Well, welcome back, everyone. We have with us today Lane Montz, and he is with the Better Business Bureau. Lane, what is your actual title?
I'm the president and CEO.
That is very important.
Sounds important anyway, sure.
All right, so now I'm guessing you've been getting quite a few phone calls about this thing called Dynergy. You know, of course, in May, Lima residents voted this in, and with a massive 68% vote. So that's pretty good. I mean, they wanted this in their, in their households, I guess. So.
In today's America, you don't get 68% on too many things.
No, you do not.
No.
All right, can you tell us a little bit about Dynergy? I know it's a Texas company, based in Texas. So.
Well, it really starts with your local city council down here in Lima and the government pushing the idea of savings on electricity through an aggregation program, and that's how the issue made its way to the ballot. And Lima residents wisely approved this option, and so. They began putting the wheels into motion to choose the right electricity supplier, not the power line company, but the supplier of the actual raw electricity. And the city's consultant put it out to quote, and Dynergy won the quote.
Okay, and apparently you're supposed to see a significant decrease in your bill of maybe $50 or so, so.
That's what the city says, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So they put it out, and then they began putting out the information to the public in July. And now the bills are coming in, and BBB has been getting calls from the Lima residents. Some are confused about why things are changed on the bill. And so we felt it was important to come out and help clarify that. And I did speak to the city this morning to get some more information, just made sure I give the right advice.
Okay, so when people do get their bills, you get them every month, and they want to pay, and they see this maybe a new name or something. Can you explain a little bit what about?
Do we want to pay? I don't know. I think we have to pay. I don't know about want to pay. So yes, your electricity bill always has two parts, two components. The first is AEP's portion, and they own the lines and the distribution centers, the subservice stations, and you're always going to pay them. That's not affected by the aggregation program, so you'll always still pay that. The other part is the actual electricity, and you pay that by the kilowatt hour. And so this negotiation that Dynergy put into place with the city does provide for lower unit costs on the kilowatt hour. And that's where you'll see a reduction in your bill if you go to this, all right? And what's confusing people is if you did not already have an aggregate supplier chosen and you were just at what they called market rates, then you were automatically put into the Dynergy program unless you specifically opted out. So most people converted to that. Those are the ones that are kind of confused why there's a new name on the bill. If you're already with a supplier, you have to affirmatively choose to change. And in that case, BBB strongly advises you look at the terms of your contract with your current aggregate supplier, because there could be early termination fees.
Right, so let's just go through that again for the bill. So if they did not do anything, and they just automatically are part of this new program, right?
If they did not already have a contract with another discount supplier.
Right, and if they did, there's, you got to contact them and see if there's a fee maybe to terminate that contract, right? And
you better sharpen your pencil and get your calculator out, because it may or may not be advantageous. You may be getting a better rate, you may not already, and there may be termination fees. You want to look into that, of course. Yeah. So, what else about Dynergy that that you maybe could inform us, or I'm sure you get more calls. What else are people asking you? Well, they just, of course, in Northwest Ohio, in this part of the country, we like to buy local if we can. Dynergy is a Texas-based company legally, but they are operating these aggregate programs in Illinois, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts. Right, which still seems like a good thing. People are saving money. Absolutely. It's electricity. Exactly. I've talked to quite a few of my friends here in Lima, and they said their electricity bill went down, and they're not sure really why. Yeah. But I'm not sure. When did it actually take place? So I think the city told me that the bills that went out in August and September started to show the difference. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah. So coming up, you also mentioned something about the holidays. Just curious about this. Oh, the holidays are shopping time, Chris. You know that. We're doing a lot of purchases. And so not only are the good retailers and the honest retailers stepping up their game, so are the scammers. Right. And so BBB always adjusts and puts out new new content on their 12 Scams of Christmas. And I'll be putting out press releases to the media in my territory, and also going on the news quite a bit to talk about the 12 Scams of Christmas.
That's going to be very interesting, and I'm sure that's very insightful because, you know, come the holidays, come the scammers, and, you know, we see it every day. Well,
book me for the whole half hour, Chris, because the song takes a long time to sing.
all right. Well, Lane, thank you so much for coming out.
Sure.
And don't go away because medical news is coming up next.